Welcome to Enchanting. In this series, I'll be founding and building up my own settlement, hiring and taking care of villagers, and defending my town from the hostile forces of the nether as I work to defeat the immortal Tyrant Wither. You can play along by downloading the Enchanting data pack for free with the link in the description. And don't forget to subscribe or check out my Patreon to keep an eye on when new videos come out. Okay, looks like we have started in a tree again, but not a bad spawn. Looks like we're in a forest and we've got some sheep over there to get some early wool from. Let's go ahead and get down to ground level here. And as always, our journey begins by collecting some wood. But since we're playing with Enchanting, collecting our first log also means getting the town charter. We'll use this to start our settlement, but first, let's get some basic supplies. And now with some tools, wool, and a little bit of cobblestone, it's time to find a place to found our settlement. The best locations are usually relatively flat areas that's going to let the town conform to the terrain best. So we'll probably want to check out these plains here. It seems kind of hilly over there, so let's head this way. Oh, cool, a village. Even though we're founding our own village, having some starting resources from an existing village will be very helpful. Primarily this hay is going to be really nice, as well as some crops. Don't worry, you can keep the potatoes. Oh, big cave. Doesn't quite go to deep slate level, but I do see some exposed coal, iron, quite a bit of iron actually, and it's a dripstone cave, which means it's going to have both dripstone, which will be great for a lava farm, as well as just a higher concentration of copper. Some apples, emeralds to trade with, some early food, some more crops. I'm not a monster, you can keep the potatoes and the beetroot. Sugarcane is useful as well. Want to get that started growing as quickly as we can. We'll go ahead and take a bed here. And now I think we can look for somewhere to start our own town. There's a lot of flat area off over here, so I think I'll head this direction. I think here looks like a good spot for our settlement. So we'll go ahead and use our town charter. We see where the wagon is going to get placed, so we can start our settlement. Beautiful. We have successfully settled at this location. If you're new to the channel, Enchanting is my data pack that lets you build a modular settlement starting from this settler's wagon here. We'll need to find a feather so we can get the recipe book from the town planner here, but it is getting a little bit late, so first we want to make sure that we are ready to sleep. Get our bed placed down, respawn point, and let's clean up our inventory as well. We'll hold on to these building permits for later. And now that it's morning, we can go out and try to find a chicken. I do see a ruined portal over here too, and hopefully there'll be some coal exposed on this hill. Where is your chest? There it is. Wow, an enchanted golden apple is nice. Oh my gosh. Fire protection chest plate I'll take. And just some other odds and ends. Looking spiffy already. Ah, there is one of the structures, or at least the water stream from one of the structures added by Enchanting. It's a little bit dangerous. We're definitely not ready to go check that out yet. Oh, I hear a chicken. You down here? Yes. Give me a feather. Heck yeah. Ooh, some iron. A little less useful without coal, but we'll find some soon. Oh, there's some right here. Great. All right, let's get back to the wagon. Get this sugarcane planted on the way too. And now with this feather, we can buy our recipe book. So this recipe book contains all of the recipes that we can build with Enchanting. So we could build a mine, a lumber mill, or a wizard tower. I think we definitely want to start with a mine. That's going to start helping us get some stone production, which will end up getting deposited in this hopper here in our wagon. We need a few materials for that, and we're going to start with some logs. We'll go ahead and replant some saplings so that we don't run out of logs. And next up, we need an iron pickaxe and an iron shovel. We only have 2 raw iron right now, so we're going to have to do a little bit of mining. With one of our iron though, I went ahead and crafted a shield. The goal is to get much more iron, so I don't think losing one will be too much of a sacrifice. It's getting late, so I think after we sleep, we'll plan on going back to the village and go down into that big cave that we saw over there. As a side note, I'm playing with some new shader settings for 1.21, so if you like them, please let me know. I'm using complementary unbound shaders, but with some custom settings that I think just look a little bit nicer for videos. All right, let's make our way over to the village. And we need a safe way down into this cave. I think there's a couple of pools of water down at the bottom that we could jump into, but then we wouldn't have a convenient way back up. So I think instead we're just going to... There we go. Okay, let's head down here. Oh, hello, creeper. Are you stuck? I appreciate it. Wow, that was the easiest creeper of my life. Let's get this area lit up before we start mining too much. Hard to tell in daylight, but I think that's probably sufficient. There's definitely a lot of iron down here, as well as coal and copper, both of which we're going to need for another recipe. So we'll get all that collected now as well. Sure sounds like there are some mobs directly below us. 18 iron and 39 copper I think is more than enough. I think we'll just gather all of the stone that we need and then head back to the surface. Well, most of the stone we needed anyway. We can mine some more stone back at the wagon. I've gone ahead and crafted up our iron pickaxe and iron shovel that we're going to need for our mine, but I'm not going to put them into the site planner yet because New in Town recipes actually allow damaged tools, so we can use this to gather up the stone that we need before we're ready to actually build the mine. I already have 32 stone smelting along with the rest of our iron, so that'll help us save some time smelting and mining. We don't need quite as much stone from this journey here. It's a new day, and while our stone is smelting, I think I want to do a little bit of landscaping around our wagon here. We picked a pretty flat area, but I do want to space out some of our buildings away from our wagon. And you'll notice that we are on top of a very slight hill that goes off in this direction. Both of these things can be solved with New in Town. We'll go ahead and collect a little bit of dirt here, grab some seeds from our chest, and we can go ahead and place some dirt in here along with 8 seeds, put them all in the site planner, then we right click to activate, and build us an empty plot. So now we have 3 more site planners, just like the ones that are surrounding our wagon, that we can add more buildings to. And then later, once we have more stone, we'll be able to build some downward staircases to go down this hill here. For now, let's put another empty plot right here. And that'll help flatten out this area too. At some point we may build some upward staircases going these directions, since there is a little bit of an incline here too. But at least for now, this will give us a little bit more space to work with. I think we'll plan on building our mine right here. That'll also help to flatten out this area, and also give it a little bit of space away from our wagon. Our stone is still smelting, so I think I'm going to go back to that village cave and gather up some other resources that we're going to need for our next site. Specifically, right now we need some deep slate and some tuff. Oh, there's a little bit of iron that I left here. So I do see a cave going off that direction. Let's see if it goes any deeper over here. Looks like it does. It does go to deep slate level, so that's good. We'll be able to get the deep slate we need. Hello, skeleton. We need to find a way down there first, though. Is there any water up here we can exploit? Not really. I should have made a bucket before coming here. Well, we'll just mine a little staircase down. We could use the stone anyway. Ow. Now that we've secured the area a little bit, we can actually do what we set out to do. There's a mine shaft here, but right now I want to stay focused. We need some deep slate and some tuff. So we'll want to go just a little bit lower. It looks like we've got a nice waterfall for it. Might as well grab some dripstone while we're here. And I see you, creeper. So many creepers. Okay, and there's the tuff we need. We'll grab this first because we can get the deep slate anywhere. Okay, that's all we need. Get a little deep slate from right here. And that should be enough to set us up for later. Grab this too, and let's get out of here. Looks like it is just barely nighttime, so we might run into some mobs on our way back to the wagon, but hopefully they won't be too much of a problem. Alright, back home safe. The deep slate is smelting for the next site we're going to build, but we now have everything that we need to craft our mine. Like I said, we're going to build it over here, so let's go ahead and get the recipe here in the site planner, and drop our building permit in the middle, right click, and there is our mine. It's not a whole lot to look at, but it does come with a miner villager, and this is going to produce 12 stone for us every day, smelted stone, that we can use for more new in town recipes. But now we need to craft new iron tools, at least a new iron pickaxe. So normally at this point in a new in town playthrough, the next thing I'd want to build is a lumber mill. However, this time I want to try something a little bit different. I'm going to build a Golem factory, which is a new structure added by the new in town Golems add-on that I made just for this series. That requires the 12 copper that I smelted up a little earlier, the 32 deep slate that we have smelting right now, and it also needs tough bricks, which means we're going to need a stone cutter. So we'll smelt up some stone for that. Let's go ahead and get what we have of the recipe filled in, and our building permit. We also need a smithing table, so that's 2 more iron. We can place down our stone cutter to get the tough bricks that we need. And there is our daily resource drop. So every day at noon, our mine is going to deposit 12 stone into this hopper here. And once we have a lumber mill, that will deposit oak logs into this hopper here, which is where I'm storing the oak logs that I have extra. But now our deep slate is smelted up, so we can go ahead and craft our golem factory. Right, everything's in place. Go ahead and craft. Perfect. So now with this golem factory and the golem workbench back there, we'll be able to craft custom golems to follow us around and help us on our quest. We have a few golems available to us, but I think we're going to start with an oak golem, since that'll help us generate a steady supply of food. Now for that we're going to need a pumpkin, and in fact we'll need some pumpkins for all of the golems, so we'll need to do a little bit of adventuring. There's not really a good strategy to finding pumpkins, you kind of just have to get lucky. So I think we'll just pick a direction and hope for the best. Anything off in that direction? That's a pig. It's easy to mistake pigs for pumpkins, but the difference is that pumpkins don't have curly tails. Ooh, is that a pillager outpost? That is pretty dangerous, but they might have training dummies. Yes, looks like they do. I think they're already carved, so it's not a long-term solution, but it does allow us to get at least a couple of golems. We want to sneak in, steal the jack-o'-lanterns, and leave. Okay, we're out of here. Oh, hello. I'm leaving. Ah! Okay, we want to head back home now before it gets too late. Okay, phew, just in time. So we got our first nether attack because we built some structures. We want to get to sleep first before we tackle that. Phew, okay. Alright, so we gotta take out those soul fires to stop the wither skeletons from coming through. But of course that means fighting the wither skeletons between it. Okay, we want to climb up here. Okay, so we took out the portal, now we just gotta take care of these tyrant scouts. Great. As our town expands, we'll have to deal with more and more dangerous nether attacks like this one. But for now, they start off pretty easy. Let's put out these fires here, and we got a building permit out of that. Let's go ahead and unload here, and now we can craft our first golem. So we'll come over to our golem workbench, and I believe the recipe was 4 wood, a hay bale, and a carved pumpkin. Great. And let's spawn our oak golem companion. There he is. Hey, little buddy. So now this guy is going to occasionally give us some free food out of his head. Not a whole lot, but should be enough to keep us going. And not only that, he'll also follow us around with his adorable little walk. So I think we want to start off with the lumber mill. We should already have most of the resources for it. Ironically, most of what we need is actually lumber. Fortunately, some of the trees that we planted have grown, so we should be able to chop those down, plus maybe a couple other trees from the surrounding area again to get what we need. Ho-ho! That is some cool generation over there. It looks like there is some exposed coal and iron on these cliffs here. So if we do start to find ourselves running out of some, we know where to go. I also don't think these chickens were here before, because we had to really go out and search for some, I think. But it's good that we found them, because we do actually need at least one egg. But let's stay on track for the lumber mill. There's our daily resource drop. Right now, just giving us a little bit more stone. And I believe this should be enough. Yep, perfect. Let's go ahead and plant a few more saplings here. So right now we only have 10 iron. 3 of that has to be spent on a bucket, and then we need 8 more. So that leaves us 1 iron ingot short. Fortunately, we actually have enough iron nuggets to craft into 1 more ingot. So we can craft our bucket and have just enough iron left over. Grab a building permit, fill up our bucket. Now the one caveat here, I don't actually know that I want to build the lumber mill yet because I don't have a good place for it. I want to build at least 1 ramp coming down this hill and then build a lumber mill down there on that level. So for that we actually do need just a little bit more wood. Oh, that's actually pretty close. I came over to chop this tree here and we ended up finding one of the other structures that spawns around your town with New in Town. So this is the sandstone sundial. It is intended to be a puzzle, although it is a little bit easy. However, if you do want to find the solution for yourself when you play New in Town, you can go ahead and skip to this timestamp. So the way that it works is each of these buttons affects 2 of these pillars of sand. They'll all either increase or decrease 2 pillars, and it can be any combination. So this one increases these 2 pillars. This one increases that one, and looks like might decrease that one. Yeah. But they can't go below 1, and they also can't go higher than 5. The goal is to get each of these pillars to be 5 blocks tall. And actually, it ends up being super easy. Because it doesn't have to take sand to add sand, we can just do yellow to add to this pile here. That's going to take away from that one. But then we can do green, that's going to add to that pillar there. So that puts both of these at 5 pillars. And then we already know that the blue button just increases both of these, so we can just repeat that. And that gives us the inscribed sun disk. This is a mysterious artifact that can be used for a special structure later. But let's get back to chopping some wood. Okay, and I think we'll go ahead and build our ramp with the site planner right here. So we just need to put the 12 dirt right here, and then 12 logs and 12 stone, right click, and we get our downward ramp. And that puts it perfectly on level with the plains down here. And now we can build our lumber mill right here. And we'll drop our building permit in, get our bucket back, and we have a lumber mill. It does look like it's almost noon, so we should get our resource deposit soon. We'll get 12 stone from our mine and now 12 oak logs from our lumber mill. Now the lumberer inside can trade us for oak logs, or we can trade oak logs to him for gold, which is the currency of New in Town. And he can exchange any other log type for oak logs, since only oak logs will work for New in Town structures. Our trees are growing in nicely, and I believe we just got our resources perfect. So the next structure we want to craft is a homestead. That's going to end up being a nice house for us to live in, come with some storage and all kinds of goodies. We're well on our way to being able to craft a cake, which is probably the most expensive part besides the bricks, which is what we're going to really have to spend some time on. Now, fortunately, we also need clay for the sandstone golem recipe right here. We're going to have to turn it into orange terracotta. So we can go get some clay both for the sandstone golem and for our homestead structure. We're also going to need plenty of lumber still, so we'll chop down these trees here. Oh, and right there is our second nether attack. Let's head over there immediately. We gotta take out those portals before there ends up being too many wither skeletons to deal with. Okay, he sees us. Excellent. So that one dropped a bow. We're in a little bit of pain. Let's get up here quickly. Oh, come on up here. Okay, phew. Safe. And this one has a more secured soul fire we'll have to take out. Get that one. Okay, both portals are down. Let's take care of these scouts. All right. Take the fires out. Okay, not too bad. They're still relatively easy, though the wither skeletons can really stack up on you, so you do gotta take care of them quickly. But we did get 2 building permits out of it, so definitely worth the effort here. Now I don't see our oak golem. Did he fall? Here he is. Hey buddy, come here. It is night, so we'll have to deal with some mobs on our way back home. But luckily one of those wither skeletons dropped a bow. Ow. Hey, a power 1 bow I might add. Okay, let's get to sleep before any creepers make it into town. Spider, he sees me? Yep, he sees me. Whew, that was easy. Okay, it's a new day and most of our clay is still smelting. But now we have the terracotta that we need for our sandstone golem, but we do still have to dye it. We also don't have any iron that we're going to need for the flint and steel for that recipe. Not to mention iron for more buckets so that we can craft a cake. So I think we'll go ahead and go off that direction towards those cool cliffs, because there was plenty of exposed iron over there. Oh, weird. With these shaders, the waterfall's casting a super strange shadow here. Oh, that's so weird. Alright, let's see. So there's some really easy iron right over there. We'll go for that first before we try to climb way higher. Oh, how convenient. There is another structure added by New in Town. Quite the cozy place for it to land. This is Harold. Harold is a zombie villager that was exiled by the local village, who didn't have the heart to kill him. They're hoping that he can one day be cured, but for now he's just trapped in this cage. They did implement a contingency system in the form of a lava bucket in this dispenser here, which we're just going to go ahead and steal. Eventually we'll come back and try to cure Harold for another mysterious artifact, but obviously right now we don't have the materials to do that. So let's see if we can find any more iron. Oh, and there's our daily resource drop, so we should get some more stone and logs back at the wagon. We are running low on coal too, so we'll go ahead and grab this here. Big chunk of iron up there. I guess that's not that hard to get to. Yeah, because we do have this waterfall. We can start to get a pretty good view of the structure at the top of this waterfall here. Definitely too dangerous for us to go visit right now still. Oh, and there's some pumpkins. We'll grab those on the way back. Alright, didn't find a lot of iron, but I think that should be enough to progress. Oh, I really thought I was not going to make that. I meant to jump and didn't. Alright, let's grab some pumpkins. We don't have shears on us right now, so we can't carve them and get the seeds immediately. That'll have to come later. I'm gonna unload this lava bucket down here in the mine for safekeeping until we have somewhere to use it. And I'll put a cobblestone over it so it doesn't burn the whole place down. Now we have the 3 buckets that we're going to need to craft our cake. But before we proceed there, I do want to craft up our sandstone golem. So we are going to need a couple of flowers, turn those into dye, and then we can turn those into orange dye. And I'm pretty sure we can just do this. No. How do you dye terracotta? Oh, you need 8 terracotta just to dye 1. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, well, I already smelted all my clay, so we'll have to dig up some more really quickly. We're also still going to need more logs, so let's craft an iron axe. Now we can dye up our terracotta. Perfect. Hard part is out of the way, so we just need some sandstone and a piece of flint. Alright, let's get to our golem workbench, and I believe this as well should be a very easy recipe. There is our sandstone golem. Let's have him join our oak golem companion. There he is. Oh my gosh, this one might be the one that I was most pleased with. I love his idle animation rocking back and forth like that. So the sandstone golem is going to help fight with us. When we attack a hostile mob or when a hostile mob attacks us, then he's going to attack that same mob. And he has a chance to set them on fire. We've already gotten tons of food from our oak golem at this point, so we might not keep him out as often anymore, but the sandstone golem is going to be really useful. Anyway, we should be getting close to having everything we need to build the homestead with. The last ingredient is a completed cake. Like I mentioned earlier, we already have our buckets, so we just need to grab the sugar cane from down at the river, turn that into sugar, and then we can combine it with the egg and wheat that we already have at the wagon. We can also take this opportunity to slightly expand our sugarcane farm. because we only need 2 sugar for our cake. And I believe there were plenty of cows off in this direction. Yep, easy. Grab some milk from them. And I believe the milk goes on top, then the sugar and egg, and then the wheat. Yep, perfect. The last thing we need is our own white bed. Ooh, got sucked up by our hopper. And I think I actually would like our home up on this hill right here. So we're gonna actually break this dirt, because we already have 11. Build an upward ramp right here. There we go. And then we can build the homestead right here. Put our building permit in last, and right click. There we go. So the homestead kind of has a cozy log cabin feel. This was actually suggested by my partner when they were testing out New in Town very early on before the 1.16 release. Originally, I expected players to want to build their own house on something like an empty plot or even outside of town, but my partner suggested that some players might prefer to have a house provided by New in Town, and so the homestead came to be. If we come inside, we see we have a very nice cozy interior, some storage already set up, though we'll definitely expand it, and we have this beautiful fireplace area over here that already has a furnace and a blast furnace here for us, in addition to the campfire that you can cook some food on. Now you might be asking what happened to the bed. Well, it's up on this loft up here. And so is the cake. So we'll set our respawn point, and let's get moved in. And we are all moved in. I like to have a little bit of a sorting system, but not too much. We've got all of our blocks in this chest are just assorted items in this chest. I use this chest for New in Town items like building permits, as well as general utility blocks and tools. This is our semi-valuables chest, precious metals, things like that. And then this is our very valuable chest, including some other rare New in Town items. Our town is looking to be pretty nice at this point. We've got our homestead up here on the hill, our wagon still down there, golem factories hard at work, and as well as our mine and lumber mill way down there. We're nice and spread out. We've got lots of room to add more structures over time. My goal is to really expand our town's resource collection. I'm going to build a resource silo for our mine and lumber mill, as well as hopefully a mining drill to start collecting some passive ores. Now the resource silo is a pretty expensive structure. We actually need 2 stacks of stone and oak logs, as well as a lot of iron for hoppers and some chests. Not only that, but we need a bunch of redstone. Ultimately, we're going to need diamonds for the mining drill as well. So we're going to start today off by going on a mining trip for just a whole bunch of resources. This will be our first time taking the sandstone golem with us, so we'll see how he does in combat underground. Oh, and good, we just got our resource drop for noon. But for now, we're going to go back to the really large cave that is over at the original village. Alright, I tested falling when I was making these golems, but let's see how it works with such a big drop like this. Oh, apparently he doesn't have to, he just teleports to us normally. Perfect. As long as he's not dying, then that works perfectly. So let's see, that is the cave, the direction that we went to last time. So I think we'll start this direction. I believe we saw some redstone this way. And we have a bucket this time, so we'll be able to more easily get up and down. But for now, we still have the staircase we mined last time. Let's grab some of this water. Sandstone Golem's gonna get a little bit stuck from time to time. Oh, you know what? Actually, so yes, there is redstone over there. There's some iron as well. We'll definitely grab that. We also have the mine shaft here that could be valuable for at least more redstone and iron, and potentially some diamonds, though I think we're a little too high up to see them a lot. Wah! Oh, perfect. There's some diamonds down there. Well, I suppose we'll go there then, instead of the mine shaft right away. There's also redstone over that way. So I think we'll jump over to this waterfall. Ow! Oh! Can you stop? Ah. Okay, he's way down there. I think we're fine. Okay, here we go. There you are. Come on. Hey, there we go. All right. 38 redstone, the perfect amount. We only need 32 for our resource silo. So I see those diamonds back there, and there's also quite a few over there. So let's head down. I'm not sure where the sandstone golem is. He may have fallen. So let's come down here and see if he shows up. There he is. Is it just the one? Seems like it. Okay, no problem. Some more iron over here. That's great. Good job, buddy. And then we'll loop around to get the diamonds that are on the other side of that column there. We can grab this gold as well, just in case we need to buy anything from our town villagers. Some iron up here too. There's our buddy. Come on through, there you go. Okay, so yes, got a good amount of diamonds here, as well as lapis. Let's grab this first. There's quite a lot more to this cave. We do still need a lot more iron, and there does seem to be some, although it's a little bit higher up in some areas. So we'll continue exploring. We are just surrounded. My goodness. I do want to check out this amethyst geode. We don't have any immediate need for amethyst, but having it early is nice. Alright. Oh, there's a bunch here. Great. Let's see. We'll grab some of this. I don't think we need to dig out a bunch of spaces by these budding amethysts for this playthrough. We don't need quite as much amethyst as we needed in the Abandoned Tower series. And a lot of this has grown already quite a bit, so we should have more than enough for any future needs that we have for it. Yeah, I think 44 is probably enough. We are running low on inventory space. I think we'll grab those diamonds, since they happen to be right there, and then we'll get out of here. Oh, and this iron. Oh, nice, a whole bunch of diamonds. Oh my gosh, a whole bunch of diamonds, holy cow! Now to find our way out of here, we might be able to find an easier exit up some of these waterfalls. Worth a try at least. Where's the golem? I'm gonna pick him up, I think. Got a big aquifer up here. Think about there is where we came from. Let's go get this iron. A big thing we need right now, is coal. Let's come up here. And now we have some more torches, so that's good. Alright, and there's the mine shaft, so we're back where we started. I'm going to grab a little more andesite and this iron that happens to be here too, since we do actually need andesite for the mining drill. Oh, and there goes our pickaxe. Since we still have more mining to do, I'm actually going to go ahead and use some of the diamonds that we have here to craft a diamond pickaxe. This is what we were going to end up using some of them for anyway for the mining drill, and since New in Town recipes can use damaged items, we can go ahead and use this as much as we need. Oh, there's our daily resource drop before we're ready to put it into the mining drill recipe. That's all the andesite we need, so we're good there. I think we're probably about ready to get out of here. At some point we will still go and check out this mine shaft. I'm sure there will be plenty of loot there, but for now our inventory is full and we do have everything that we need. Oh wow, it's actually daytime. That never happens. I feel like every time I return from a mining trip it's nighttime. Now that we're back in the open air, we can place our sandstone golem back down, and let's head back to town. It does feel pretty silly building our town so close to an existing vanilla village, but look at how cool our village looks. It's hard to feel bad about proximity when ours just looks so much cooler than the vanilla village. We are back home and unpacked. There are a few resources we're going to need to collect from the surface here, mainly logs and wool for both of these structures. But before we go and collect those, there is one other thing I want to make first. If we come and take a look at our workbench here, the deep slate golem is not actually that expensive. It's just 4 deep slate, a carved pumpkin as usual, and a blast furnace. And if we make a deep slate golem, then he's going to make smelting all of the items that we need so much easier. We can get the cobbled deep slate smelting in here. I don't feel bad wasting a coal for that. And I think we'll honestly just break this blast furnace since we're not really going to need it. I am going to put a normal furnace there just so it doesn't look super weird. But then the last thing that we need is a carved pumpkin. Now we do have several pumpkins, thankfully found some, but now we're going to actually need some shears since these aren't carved already. We only actually need one, so we'll just do that real quick. Alright, let's craft our deep slate golem. 2 deep slate, 4 deep slate, carved pumpkin, blast furnace, and here he is. Let's get our little boy placed down. Awesome! I love how smooth his animation is. The sandstone golem I think definitely is my favorite in terms of model and animation, but I think the deep slate is a very close second, and definitely incredibly useful. So one of the main things that we still need for our resource silo, as well as for the mining drill, is some stone. Now, of course, our mine is generating stone and delivering it to our wagon each day, but we're going to need to smelt up some of our own as well. Fortunately, the deep slate golem is perfect for this. Go ahead and drop that down, and he'll smelt the whole stack for us instantly. He has to recharge, that's what those smoke particles are, but this is going to be super useful. Let's go ahead and add this stone to our collection up here. Oh, and we're actually almost done on stone. We'll need to collect a little bit more. In fact, we can probably just wait till noon for that, but we do need a lot more logs still. Before that, though, let's pull out our raw gold and raw iron, and we'll do the raw copper as well. Get the iron down. Perfect. Whole bunch of iron ingots immediately. Let's get some gold as well. Thank you, sir. And the raw copper turns into copper ingots. The deep slate golem might be just a little bit powerful, but I know that I definitely appreciate his help here. Now, since we crafted the shears anyway, we do need to go and collect some wool from some sheep. I think there were some over here. Yes, it looks like there's at least one over there. At some point, we'll need to domesticate some and lure them back over to the town. But we don't have anywhere to put them right now. That's going to be a future task. Really? One wool? Okay, a little bit better. There's our daily resources, so we should have exactly enough stone now for the resource silo. Pretty sure, if I'm counting right. But we still need the logs, so let's cut down some trees here. Oh, this is a weird one. Is this like a fancy oak tree right up against this cliff? Wow, that's so weird. Well, cool, we can tackle it from the top. And we'll just continue to maintain and expand our sugarcane farm here. We just need 2 more logs to have enough for the resource silo. It's almost noon by now, so really any second now we should have enough to move forward. While we're waiting on that, there's a few other things we need to craft back at the house. So we need a total of 6 chests and 4 hoppers, and unfortunately we can't use the hoppers that are in the wagon. So how many chests are we able to make? 4. So we actually do need to use some of our lumber from out here in order to craft the materials that we need. Whew, that's exactly enough. All right, so let's turn those chests into hoppers. Great. We only need 32 redstone. We'll need a building permit, of course. Let's go grab those materials. 2 stacks of lumber and stone. Now for where we want to put the resource silo. I like to have it near my house. I access them quite a lot. I don't know if this space right here is quite large enough of a site. Well, I guess back here it might be. Where's the cutoff? So right here. This might actually be not bad of a spot. I think this one would be better, but I think I'm gonna do it over here. Okay, put our building permit in. Excellent. And it does create just a little bit of a cliff right here, but I don't think it's that big of an issue. We can add some ramps over here if we need to. I like this sort of tiered style that we're going with for our town. Our house and the silo up there. Then we've got kind of our main square sort of area, and then down there was the lumber mill, and there'll be plenty more stuff that we'll add down there too. Now the resource silo up there is critical for any growing town. It doubles the yield from all mines and lumber mills that you have in your town. So now instead of getting 12 stone and logs each day, we'll get 24 of each. That might seem like a small increase, but it definitely adds up over time. Let's get our stone moved over into the silo here, and we can go ahead and drop it into this barrel here. And also what's cool about the resource silo is there are 3 double chests inside of the silo that are reserved just for stone, and there's 3 for wood as well on the other side. So even though it would take a while for it to get that full, there's enough storage in here for tons of logs and stone, just in case we need it. Our next goal is to build the mining drill. We have most of the resources for it already, we just need more stone and logs, so that will collect on our own and over the next couple of days. Oh, uh-oh. Our town is under attack! Tyrant scouts have started invading our town. Whew. Good job, Sandstone Golem. Oh, I hear another one. Hello? There are these portals in the sky we have to shoot down with the ghasts. Oh. I hear another skeleton. Oh, where's it at? Alright, get him, Golem. Oh, we're gonna die. We are gonna die. Oh. Okay, the town is overrun with skeletons, but we need to take out these ghast portals first. Need to prioritize stopping more wither skeletons from coming through. Shoot that down. Zombie, get out of here. This is not for you. Okay. So now we gotta clear the town. Come on, Golem, help. Good. Awesome. Great work. I think the house is safe. Let's go ahead and sleep through the night so that we don't get mobbed by creepers and zombies while we're taking out these skeletons. So we'll be able to see the skeletons easier. We have to collect the loot from the ghasts too. Oh, he stole my boots. Okay. Loot from the ghasts. Perfect. And yeah, plenty more wither skeletons to deal with. Okay. Here's the loot from that ghast. Oh, I hear more. Oh, that's just a regular skeleton. Get out of here. Okay, there's a few more straggling out on the outskirts of town. Come on, Golem. Great work, great work. Beautiful. Wither skeleton at a one-track mind on me. Good. Awesome. Take him out. Yeah. What a time for a wandering trader right in the middle of an invasion. Get these diamond boots on for sure. Oh yeah. I'll put the diamond chest plate on too. It's probably better than the gold. Okay, any more wither skeletons? I believe the town is safe now. That attack isn't usually that difficult, but oh my gosh, if they get you pinned down and enough wither skeletons are allowed to spawn, it can become really overwhelming. My goodness. Thankfully, the sandstone golem was a huge help, being able to pin them down instead so that they couldn't wither me. Let's clear up our inventory here. Fortunately, that attack also gave us some of the logs and stone that we need for our mining drill, and since it's noon, we just got our daily resource drop as well. We might not need to collect too much more stone and logs. Now, still need about a stack, just over a stack of stone, and still need about half a stack of logs, I believe. So we've got some trees grown and some more saplings growing, and then the deep slate golem can help us get that stone. Oh, I hear another wither skeleton. Straggler? Yep, hiding in this cave. Come here, buddy. Let me take you out. Yeah, get him, Golem. Nice. So let's come back over to our stone quarry here. I think it would have been a little difficult for the deep slate golem to smelt the cobblestone as we were mining it, but we can go ahead and throw it on the floor right here and get that smelted up instantly. Apparently we already had some. Maybe he did get a little bit while we were mining. Oh, actually it ended up being perfect. I'm glad he did get those two. Oh wow! One of our trees grew bees. Or a beehive anyway. Kind of disappointed it's such a short tree. I would have liked it to be a little bit taller so it's not, right up on the ground, but nice. That'll be really convenient when we need honey for later structures. Oh, that's right. This wandering trader's here. I didn't even check on him. What do you want, dude? Oh, he can get us dark oak saplings for some emeralds. I don't think we have enough emeralds, but certainly not for 4 of them, but that would be nice. We don't really need any of this other stuff, unfortunately. This bee nest does happen to be on the ground, so I think I am going to go ahead and chop the tree down, and we may just kind of turn this into a bit of a nicer area for the bees. Certainly they need some flowers. Oh, there's a flower right there. Perfect. And then maybe we'll pretty that up at some point. And I realized we actually only needed 1 stack of stone for the mining drill, so we are all ready to go. I think the mining drill would make the most sense near the mine. I don't want to build it right here though, because it's a little too close to the wagon. So I think we will build the mining drill right here. Oh, see a wither skeleton straggling off in that direction. Let's take that out real quick, then we'll do the mining drill. So let's put the recipe in the site planner here. And unfortunately, this recipe does require saying goodbye to our diamond pickaxe. But our new mining drill does have a chance to give us diamonds. Nice and big and tall. I love the wool canvas kind of coming down to sort of drown out the sound from the giant andesite drill boring into the earth. Obviously, it's just for show, but what's important is the chest back here, the drill yield. So every day at noon, just like right now, we will get some random ores and also stone types deposited into this chest. In this case, we only happen to get some raw copper and diorite, but it has a chance for andesite and granite, as well as coal, raw iron, raw gold, and very rarely, diamonds, which is why it requires a diamond pickaxe for the recipe. Now, it's going to be a little while before we get a whole lot of diamonds out of it, but in the meantime, the extra iron, copper, and coal will be especially useful. Plus, the other stone types do have uses in other recipes. In the meantime, we can craft up another iron pickaxe. I think we're going to go ahead and get started by preparing for our new golem. The brick golem isn't too bad. We just need 6 brick blocks, a carved pumpkin, which we now have a lot of, and a golden apple. This is one of the reasons that I've been saving up on apples, because they can be so useful for recipes like this. We already have an enchanted golden apple, but obviously we're not going to waste that on this recipe, and it wouldn't even work anyway. Okay, we have our golden apple and our carved pumpkin, so we just need to get those bricks. And this should be more than enough. The deep slate golem will be able to smelt these up instantly into bricks, and then we can craft those right here into the brick blocks that we need. We only need 6, so we'll hold on to the rest of these bricks for now, but now we can go build our brick golem. Okay, so should just be as simple as 6 bricks like this, carved pumpkin, golden apple, and we get our brick golem. Oh, and there's our daily resource drop as well. So now, instead of the stone and logs being deposited at the wagon, they're going to get deposited here in our resource silo. We've got more stone and more logs waiting for us there. We can also go check on the mining drill in a minute. But first, let's go ahead and summon our brick golem. There's the big guy. Oh yes. He's not quite as big as I was expecting when I was making these golems, but I'm very happy with how he turned out, and I think he looks so cool. So the main thing that the brick golem does is going to be increase the armor of our other golems, which is what these particles mean. It's mostly going to matter for the sandstone golem since he's actually going to be engaging in combat, but it does mean that we want to bring our brick golem into combat as well. Additionally, though I'm not going to be able to showcase it right now, whenever we're below 8 hearts of health, the brick golem is going to occasionally try and heal us, which is going to be super useful when we do get swarmed by wither skeletons. And let's come down here. Marching along. I love these guys. Okay, they're gonna get a little bit stuck as we go over to our drill yield here. Got a little bit of coal, I'll take that, and some copper and diorite and granite, which isn't super useful right away. So while I do want to build a guard tower, the problem is as soon as I do, that next evening we're going to get attacked by another nether attack, and this one is going to be pretty strong. Now that's part of why we're building the guard tower, but before I actually do that, I do want to be a little bit more prepared myself. We have the brick golem now, and we do have some diamond armor that was dropped by the tyrant scouts in previous attacks. But I would like a set of full diamond armor, so that means pants and a helmet. For that, I think we're going to go ahead and pick up our deep slate golem and sandstone golem. Keep the brick golem along with us, as long as he doesn't get stuck. And although it is getting close to nighttime, we're going to head this way. So while it does seem that this cave by the regular village does have access to a lot more caves that we could go and search for diamonds in, we've really exhausted quite a lot of the easily accessible areas, I think. So what I'm going to do instead, even though it is getting close to nighttime, is search for another cave sort of along this mountain range here. In my experience, mountains do tend to have more caves kind of carved into their sides or at their foot, sort of like this one, although I don't think this is quite deep enough. Do have some endermen though. Mobs are spawning now, but we do have a pretty big crevice here in the side of this cave. Ooh, you okay down there, buddy? I'm gonna have to find my way down there. Do I have water in my bucket? I do. Alright. A little bit ungraceful, but perfectly fine. Hello, skeleton. Oh, and a baby zombie. Oh, sucks. Okay, good. Turn on him. Yeah. Perfect. Oh. And the skeleton survived. Hey, I was blocking. There we go. Another dripstone cave, but could descend down into a normal cave type. So we got some flooded caves down there. In theory, that would be a good place to go looking, but I didn't bring any doors. I guess I could craft some, but let's see about this way first. Might as well grab any iron we see along the way, just to make sure we're not running low. And a dead end. So sometimes these caves do continue past their dead end. We can check a little bit, but obviously we're not going to dig super duper far. Yeah, I don't think so. Alright, so let's see. We'll probably have to go back up there and then find another cave downward. Here we go. Another dead end. I think it's even less likely for this one to go anywhere, but we'll double check. Oop, there goes my shovel. That's alright. I don't think that's going anywhere anyway. Ooh, that looks big. Yeah, we'll just fall down here. That's fine. Got a bit of a cavern or a pit down there. Actually, it's almost like a staircase, which is weird. Where did the brick golem go? There he is. Come here, dude. Did he fall? Yes, he did. Come here, dude. Oh, he's fallen. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess we're going down this way anyway. Actually, looks like it might be a good direction to go. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Let's get our brick golem down. Let's pick a direction. Let's go this way because there's a lava glow over here. Oh, I thought that was a lava glow, but that's a trial chamber. Sick. Get this iron real quick. Well, in theory, a trial chamber is also going to be a good place to find diamonds. That's exactly what happened in our abandoned tower series. It's not in a super convenient location for accessing regularly. So I think what I'm gonna do, let's break in here and get a sense of, oh, what are we looking at here? So we got a vault over there. This doesn't seem like an unsecure location, but I still think I'm going to set up out here. So let's get a crafting table, chest, door, go. And then we can put a bunch of these extra blocks in here. Okay, this is going to be exciting. Oh my gosh, where are we exactly? A ladder, kind of sucks. Oh, are we like under a room? Oh, I think we might be kind of in a basement of some sort. Come on, guys. Unfortunately, these tight quarters are not super great for the golem's pathfinding for their vault. So good to know these vaults are down here. Okay, I think we're gonna have to use a ladder. Break these guys. Bogged. Okay, don't like bogged. They're fighting each other, that's nice. Go get him. Yeah. Ow. Okay. Sandstone golem fell. Okay, they're ganging up on me. I need the sandstone. Okay. Brick golem gave us a hand here. Where did the sandstone golem fall to? There he is. Thank you, brick golem. Oh, they're all coming down. Okay. Yeah, the brick golem is super useful when we're fighting bogged. Nice. There we go. Is that it? Nice. Some free bread. Okay, great. Oh, wonderful. A breeze. Oh, ow. Nice. Did I lose the drops? I don't know if it always drops stuff. We'll go get it later. Hey, spider. Good. Okay, I see the other breeze over there. Another spider. More over there. Hello, guys. Trial key, that's awesome. I see the other breeze. I don't know where our brick golem has gotten off to. Nice. Oh, that was quick. There's our brick golem. Another trial key, sick. Oop. Get him, Sandy. Whew. There we go. Thank you, brick golem, healing me. Still another spider somewhere. There he is. Is that it? Yeah. Another trial key. Awesome. I think that's all the spawners in this room as well. I don't know if we cleared this one. Seems like we must have. Or that one. That's right. I don't know where that other spider went. Probably down in the basement. So let's break the brick golem. Come down here with the sand golem. And let's hunt down... Okay, well, let's set some torches here to mark where we exit. There's that spider. So now that one's good. We can go back up and grab it. Another trial key. Great. And then there's a whole bunch of vaults down here. So let's grab those. Okay, vault number 1. Golden apple, emeralds, a shield. Okay, so doing okay. Let's see, another vault. Arrows, iron, enchanted book. Let's see, enchanted book. Let's see what that is. Silk touch, not bad at all. I thought there was at least one more down here. And I think there might even be 2. Ah, there's one. And, okay, so I think it is just the 3. That's perfectly fine. There'll be more. Poison arrows. Oh, a diamond axe with efficiency 2. Sick. Okay, well, I think I'm going to unload some of this over in our chest here, and then we'll continue. All right. So, still no diamonds, though, so we'll want to proceed into the rest of the trial chamber. Here we go. Oh, and a chest. It's empty. Ooh, there's an ominous vault back there. Obviously, we don't have an ominous key, nor are we prepared to get one right now. Oh, silverfish. There you are. Oh, it breaks the stone. Okay. Trial key, I'll take it. Ah! Great. Some bread, okay. I'll take the scaffolding. That's actually, in theory, useful in the future. Break these decorated pots. Ender pearls, that's cool. Bah. Come on. Come on, dude. Seems pretty safe down here, actually. There's a glass cage in there. We'll take a look at that later. Okay, so we know there's more to the chamber over that direction. Got a spider spawner over there. Let's take care of that first, actually. Hello? Ah, there you go. Nice. Great work, Sandstone Golem. Oh, the brick golem is blocking him. There we go. Come on, Sandstone. There you go. Some chicken. Looks like the intended way to get in there is up here. Here we go. Got a little sleeping area. I think we will go ahead and take advantage of it here. That way, if we do die, we are pretty close. Our inventory is getting full, and we still don't have any diamonds. This trial chamber is enormous. We want to take it in sections. That chest is empty. Actually, that's kind of useful. Awesome. Torch there. And we have a vault. Now, kind of lame. Okay, big room up here. Ooh, hello. There's a breeze. I don't know where the brick golem is, but he can still see us. So that's good. Or still heal us. Oh, come here, dude. Oh, gosh. Brick golem, I could really use some healing. Thank you. Nice. There's a whole bunch of vaults here. Good thing we have a bunch of trial keys. Okay, so trial key. Ooh, a music disc. Wow. Oh my gosh, that was a good one. Wow, only 2 rolls from that one. Go over here. I don't know if diamonds can be in here. I sure hope so. Yeah, that'll do. I think we're gonna try going over here. Ooh, looks like we intersected a geode here. That's funny. Looks like a spawner, breeze spawner down there, which we just set off. Bogged over there. Nice. That felt good. One fall down there. Yes. Ooh, stormtrooper aim. Love it. Nice. Just a chicken over there. Vault. Might as well do that now. And then we'll jump down there and deal with the breeze. Oh, a diamond. Awesome. Ooh, that was a good one. Just 1 diamond, but better than 0. Okay, I see the breeze. Nice. No loot there. No debris. Let's get a brick golem down. Sandstone. Nice. This is a good arena for it. I love it. All right. Take him out, golem. Oh, come on. Yeah. Jumped right into me. Love it. And just some bread. Okay, that's fine. So an ominous vault over there. Doesn't seem like there's another regular vault. Could be up there. We've been here for a while, so we do need to be aware of when these spawners reactivate. That'll make our exit a little bit more challenging. Feather Falling 4 is pretty cool. Take the wind charges. Oh, big room. We got a vault though. Looks like 2 silverfish spawners. I think we can probably take that. Okay, so we got a trial vault here. Wow, tons of emeralds, my goodness. Is that another vault or a spawner over there? Guess we'll find out. This is a vault. Ooh. Man, we already have a diamond chest plate. This one is enchanted though. So this trial chamber is quite massive. There's a lot more that we could still explore and go and fight and such, but our haul is getting pretty full, and unfortunately, although we only have found the 1 diamond, I think we probably ought to return home by now. I think we'll find that bed situation, go to sleep real quick just to make sure that it is not nighttime as we make our way back, but then we'll find our way back to our exit. Maybe we'll come back and try and do an ominous trial at some point. That might have a higher chance of producing some diamonds for us, but obviously that's not going to happen today. And now the difficult challenge of figuring out what we want to take with us. Alright, I think that's going to have to do it. I would like to take more, but we just don't have the inventory for it. It's going to be a little challenging to remember how to get here. We've got this, so if I do something like this, this is pretty memorable area. And then we hop up here, and then we don't go up there. This way? Oh, see, now we're in the difficult situation. That looks promising. Okay, that's actually not very far. It felt a lot further than it actually is. And the nice thing too is this cave is full of other resources, like there's tons of coal here if we do need more copper. But ultimately I think we'll head back to that trial chamber at some point. There's our daily resource drop. Oh, hello. Looks like a tyrant scout was able to hide in a cave for a little while. Okay, let's unpack here. Store up all the loot that we got. And unfortunately, since we only got 1 diamond from the trial chamber, that brings our total up to 9. The 2 pieces of armor that we are obviously missing are leggings and a helmet, and that in total costs 12 diamonds, so we are still quite a bit short. We can go check our mining drill and see if it got us any diamonds while we were away, although the chance is low. Yeah, unfortunately not. We did just get some coal. We'll take this iron at least, and copper so we can smelt that up with our deep slate golem. But it looks like for now we're going to have to deal with the resources that we have. Let's have our deep slate golem smelt up this ore. Thank you. And copper as well. Perfect. And I think we're going to go ahead and make some pants, since that's the one piece of armor we don't have any of right now. Let's get that equipped. Perfect. Our boots and chest plate are enchanted as well, so that also adds just a little bit of extra protection, hopefully to make up for the fact our helmet is just iron. Speaking of iron, our sword is also running a little bit low. We do have enough diamonds to make a diamond sword, but it's also likely that we'll get one in the coming nether attack, so I think I'm going to hold on to those, and for now, just make another iron sword. And it is nighttime now, so let's head to sleep. So with our brick golem crafted and as much diamond armor as we are able to make right now, the last task on our to-do list is a guard tower. We do already have most of the material for that, so it's just a matter of figuring out where we want to put it. In theory, I like the idea of the guard tower being on somewhat higher ground, so being up here on this hill along with our homestead and resource silo. We also only have 1 structure down here with a lumber mill, so it might be nice to expand this valley area as well. I think that's what we're going to end up doing. The guard tower needs 2 stacks of stone, a couple of bows, and a little bit of redstone and iron. So let's grab those from our homestead. We can also see how much stone and lumber our resource silo has been stocking up. So 2 stacks of stone, that is exactly what we need, and then we have another half stack to hold on to for later. And we do need a little bit of logs as well, so we'll grab that, and good to know we have a whole other stack and then some if we need it. That should be everything, so let's head down. And I don't want the guard tower to be too far from the center of town so that hopefully it covers the wide range that nether attacks can spawn at. So I think we'll go ahead and put it right here. All right, get our building permit in there. And there is the very tall guard tower. But inside it is pretty wide open. There's nothing really here on the ground level, but we can take this ladder up to a couple of the rafters here so we can see out these windows. And we can even take this ladder up all the way to the very top. And we can see our whole town from up here. Now, in addition to providing a nice vantage point for our town, the guard tower will also give all nearby hostile mobs weakness and make fuses on creepers much longer, so it's easier to kill them without blowing up. It is noon, so we've gotten our daily resource drop as well. That means we can go and check on the mining drill real quick, see if we got some more diamonds. No diamonds in here, just a little bit more copper. We don't need to worry about smelting that right now, though. All right, and now that we've built our guard tower, we are prepared for the next nether attack, which should come tonight. So from up here on our guard tower, we have a pretty good vantage point of our town and a lot of the surrounding area. I know that the next tyrant's attack is occurring tonight and it's going to be pretty powerful, so even though I could see it more easily from up here, I'm actually going to get down on the ground so that I can get to the attack quicker. Oh, hello little bee. You're very high up. Oh, okay. And I did not get down in time. So instead of the usual purple particles, we have instead the dark beacon. This is one of the strongest nether attacks. We need to get over there quickly, but we built the guard tower for a reason. So we're getting darkness and wither. That's going to continue until we take out that beacon. Once we get close, we're going to want to place down our brick golem as well as the sandstone golem to hopefully help take care of the wither skeletons that'll be coming out of the portal, because we still have to take out the soul fires too. Okay, I see one. Good. Oh, ow. Alright, we got a gut up here. Take out the soul fires. There's 4 of them, and they're all protected. Oh my gosh, and we're very far away now. So we gotta build a bridge over to... There we go, the beacon. If we can shut that off. There we go. Okay, we'll grab the gold blocks later. Right now we need to stop more wither skeletons from coming through. So we gotta get over to all of these soul fires. Take them out, good. Oh, ow. Oh, ooh dear, okay. Brick Golem, thank you for healing me. Okay, they're flanking us, and we gotta get back up there. Oh, they're just gonna keep coming. Luckily, we don't have to deal with the dark beacon anymore, so it's just a matter of getting over to the soul fires. Got one over here, good. And then there's one last one. Okay, we can climb over here, out of reach of the wither skeletons, but now we still gotta take them out. Where did they go? There they are, okay. Alright. Good. Ah, and I knew it. Got a diamond sword from that. Brick Golem is keeping us alive despite the wither effect. And we gotta clear out the rest of these wither skeletons. Oh, hello. Okay. Okay, Golem's caught up. Good. And the sandstone Golem's helping. Awesome. Great work. We might be just a little bit far from the guard tower, unfortunately. It doesn't seem like they're getting the weakness effect. Yeah, this one ended up being a little bit too far from the guard tower, but it does look like we took care of all the wither skeletons. So, thankfully, I think the preparation that we did really paid off. This nether attack did not seem nearly as difficult as the last one, and I think it all has to do with having the diamond armor. Brick Golem, of course, was a huge help, and even though we were a bit far from the guard tower, I still felt more secure having it. Let's head back home so we can get to sleep, prevent any creepers from blowing up our town. Okay, yep, we got a couple of mobs still hanging out from the nighttime. So we see he's got his weakness effect, but for skeletons that doesn't really do anything. But if there's any other creepers around, they will also have longer fuses thanks to the guard tower. Alright, now that that nether attack has been dealt with, it's time to get down to business. There are 2 structures that I want to build today. The first one is a pasture. That's going to be a place for us to lure some of the passive mobs that are hanging out around our town so that we can domesticate them, breed them more easily. It's going to be very useful, especially much later on. However, once we build that structure once again, we will be attacked by a nether attack, and this one is going to be even stronger than the last. So, in preparation for that, we're going to want a new golem. So let's come to our golem workbench here. And the next golem that we're going to want is a bone golem. It does cost 5 bone blocks, as well as a bow, though we have a couple of extras, and as usual, the carved pumpkin. Let's take a look at how many bones we've gotten from all of the wither skeletons we've killed. We have a total of 42 bones, which I think is more than enough. Let's double check here. So it's 9 bone meal per bone block, it's 3 bones, and we need 5 of them, so it's only 15 bones. And then, yes, we do have an extra bow still. Let's shear our carved pumpkin. And now we can craft our bone golem. So 5 bone blocks, get the bow up here, carved pumpkin, and here is the bone golem. Okay, now hear me out. He's a little bit silly, but I think that he's really fun. And here he is. So you might think he looks a little bit derpy now, but wait till you see him walk. Yeah! Look at that face. How can you hate something so cute? I know I sure can't. So the bone golem is going to throw bone projectiles at hostile mobs. It'll be another combat golem, just like our sandstone golem. Speaking of our sandstone golem, let's get him out too for friendship purposes, and it's always good to have the brick golem on hand as well. That'll give both of them armor, and they are really the ones who need it. Now the pasture is not too expensive of a structure. We already have pretty much everything. The carrots are one of the most expensive things usually, but thanks to the oak golem, we have plenty of them. So we'll just get the little bit of stone and logs that we need from our resource silo. Oh, but we broke our shovel when we were mining last time, so we gotta make a new one. There we go. And now we just need 64 dirt. And before we dig that up, I think we'll plan on where we want to put the pasture. I think it definitely makes sense to put it down in the valley over here. I think eventually that's where we'll put other structures like the farm plot and things. So this definitely makes sense. Nice flat area right in front of here. And since the pasture is going to fill in a lot of this area anyway, we'll just go ahead and dig out the 64 dirt that we need from right here. And you know what? It is almost nighttime, which means if we build it right this second, we might barely get the nether attack. But I want just a tiny bit more prep time first, so we're actually going to wait and do this right away in the morning. And since it's morning time, I think I'll real quick go check on the mining drill. Still no diamonds, though I will take the extra coal. Alright, now we can build our pasture. Get the building permit in. There we go. So the pasture is a 2-wide plot, as you can see here. It extends all the way out here. Got an extra set of site planners there on the end. And inside, you know, kind of a nice little like grazing area for passive mobs. But we have this trough here in the middle with composters, sort of like food, hay bale right here, and a cauldron of water. So the way that the pasture works, obviously, in addition to just being a convenient place to put your sheep and cows and pigs and such, every day at noon, if there's a hay bale and water right here in these same spots, then the pasture is going to automatically breed all pairs of mobs that are inside of it. So it's a great way to partially automate breeding and domesticating your passive mobs, which is going to be very useful for our next structure, for which we need a fair amount of leather. So with the extra time that we have, let's go ahead and lure some, for sure, cows, and if we can get some sheep in here too, that would be great. Hopefully we can do that before noon. So let's grab this cow, and I for sure want at least one more to get quickly. Oh, there's one right there, perfect. Okay, so we for sure have 2 cows, and they're going to breed pretty quickly. Let's go ahead and breed them like this as well. There we go. Let's see if we can get any more animals. I want to make this as easy on their pathfinding as possible. Ah, we just missed noon. We can go ahead and breed these 2 sheep here. And we'll fill the cauldron here for later, but I'll wait to put a hay bale down. See if we can lure some more in before the next noon that we want to breed animals in. But you'll see, so we got, of course, 1 baby cow that we bred ourselves. There's another baby cow over here, and that came from the pasture. And the hay bale, the water was gone, hay bale is gone. So like I said, this will be very useful for later on in the series when we need a lot more sheep. Now that is more than half the day gone already, which means the next nether attack will be happening any minute. There's a little bit of prep work that I want to do for that though, and that is to clear away these trees. I really like them, and I think they add a nice vibe to the town, but they're just going to make the next nether attack a little bit more difficult, so we need to clear them before they get too in the way. Thanks to the resource silo up there, we're pretty much all set on wood for the foreseeable future, so we don't need to replant these saplings either. Let's clear these small trees real quick while we have time. Okay, that's gonna have to be good enough. We don't have time to do any more. Okay, here we go. One right above our house. Take that out quickly. Oh, uh-oh. Nope, okay. Oh gosh. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Good. Ow. Gotta put out the fires. I forgot about the ghasts. Come on, dude. Yes. Okay, 2 down. We gotta take out the portal that sans the ghasts. Thank you, Brick Golem. Okay. Another ghast came through. Let's take that out quickly. Good. Whew, thank goodness. Okay, immediate danger's taken care of. We gotta take out this portal. Okay, and then there's just a couple of wither skeletons that came through. Hello, guys. Some of you appear to be trapped. I appreciate it. Ah, getting swarmed. Let's get this guy. Yeah. Sweet. And we've got lots of loot to gather up from all of the ghasts as well. There's some up in this tree. Let's grab those. Okay, and then there was a ghast above our house as well, so there will be some loot on top of that. Okay, I think that turned out pretty well. The town is secured. Let's get ourselves to sleep. So in terms of our equipment haul from both those attacks, we actually turned out pretty good. Obviously we have this sharpness 2 diamond sword that we've been using, but we also got an unenchanted diamond leggings and chest plate, feather falling 2 diamond boots, which is nice, 2 more unenchanted diamond swords, and an unbreaking 1 sword, and then 2 bows, one of which has power 1. This turns out pretty well because it means when we're ready to start enchanting, we can start fresh from undamaged and unenchanted diamond equipment. Now we are accumulating so much armor and weapons that we're going to add 2 more barrels up here, and one of which we're going to put all of our extra weapons and tools in, and the other one is going to be for armor. And that's just going to help us stay a lot more organized. The last thing I want to do today is build a butchery. This one is also a pretty easy structure. We already have most of it, and anything that we don't, like the smoker or the cauldron, are going to be very easy to make. The main thing standing in our way is the leather. This is why we made the pasture and made a point of collecting some cows to start with, but we're going to need quite a bit more to be able to get all 8 leather that we need. Once we do, the butchery will become our main source of leather for any future structures that need it. We only have 2 wheat left, but I've gone ahead and grabbed 3 hay bales, one of which we're going to put on the pasture so that it can breed some more animals for us, and then one of them we're going to craft down so that we can do some breeding of our own. The remaining wheat will be used to lure any other animals, like the sheep and cow that I see off there in the distance, back over to our pasture so that they can be bred as well. We need a critical mass of cows so that we can get enough leather for the butchery and have cows left over in case we need them for food or anything. So let's start by getting one of these placed down. Do a little bit of breeding. We'll do the cows first, but let's do a couple sheep here too. That way we can get the maximum amount of mobs at noon. And let's see if we can use the last few hours of daylight on these 2 mobs over here. So we'll start with the cow over there. All right, come here, guys. Nope, over here. There you go. Okay, there's a sheep over here. Good. And we should be able to have them hop the fence. Great. So we'll wait for noon. We'll let this hay and water breed the animals, and then we'll do it again the next day. While we're waiting, I also want to change up the layout of our pasture. It's going to be a little tricky because there are so many mobs already here, but I want to clear away some of these trees and get rid of some of these hills. It's just going to make it a little more navigable. Additionally, all of this packed mud around here looks pretty nice and does contribute to the overall feel of the pasture, but it's going to cause some issues later when we want these sheep to regrow their wool as quickly as possible. So let's go ahead and get that process started early by changing it to dirt. Looks like I got just shy of enough, but I think that's going to be fine. We can come back and do that last little bit later. What's important is that most of the rest of this area is or will be grass. Just trying to think ahead a little bit. We still have a little bit of time before noon, so one of the other things that I want to do is add a couple more ramps to the town. I think we'll do a ramp right here that's going to end up looking pretty nice, and then we might do a ramp over there as well, just to make the town a little bit more accessible. Okay, it's noon. Let's go ahead and get that hay bale replaced. Get that placed down there. We'll get the water into the cauldron. There we go. And let's get our ramps built. So let's do that. There's that. And that brings us on level with the mine right here. And another ramp right here would be a little bit too deep. They're 3 blocks tall. And we may as well start making sure that we have everything else we're going to need for the butchery. 4 hay bales. We need 7 iron for a cauldron. We already have a furnace, we'll have to turn that into a smoker. We'll grab the building permit. We need 48 logs, plus 4 more for the smoker, and grab the 32 stone we need as well. So let's try and get a sense of how many cows we have. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 7 adult cows, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 baby cows. So by the time those babies are adults, that's going to be 13 adult cows. That means we're going to get 6 babies, and as long as we get better than 50% odds on our leather drops, that should be exactly enough that we need for the butchery. I think I'm going to put the butchery right here ultimately. That's going to leave a bit of a gap right here, but I think that's going to be a convenient space for future structures that we might want to put here. Babies! Why are you spawning there? There we go. Okay. So a couple of our babies have not grown up yet from the last round, but we should still be okay to try and collect what leather we can from these adults, and then it shouldn't be long for those other ones. You might want to look away for this. And all of a sudden, we magically have 10 leather. Isn't that great? That's more than we need, so let's come over to our site planner. Oh, nope, stay in there. Okay, get our building permit placed in. Here we go. So here is our butchery. It looks very similar to the lumber mill from the front, but if we come around back, you'll see that we have even more cows and a little bit of a pasture of their own back here. We also got the hamlet advancement, which means our town has grown pretty large by now, and we should be prepared for the tyrant himself to appear. Luckily, that isn't an immediate threat. Let's come in and talk to our butcher here. So the butcher isn't going to do anything at noon like our lumber or miner, but his trades are pretty good. He can get us some raw beef, we can sell him cooked steak, and then most importantly, we can buy leather from him. So this is going to be the main way that we get leather from now on, since it's just so much more efficient than that other method. My goal for today is to build a wizard tower, and once we do, the final nether attack will occur, and the tyrant wither will emerge. Before we tackle the wizard tower though, I did forget to grab the gold blocks from the dark beacon, so we're gonna go grab those real quick. Alright, now the dark beacon is fully conquered. At some point we'll come and clean this up a little bit more, but that'll come later because our pickaxe is almost broken. The wizard tower is one of the most expensive structures, especially for this stage in the story. For the first time in a while, we don't already have most everything that we need. But we do have a lot of the foundations, so one of the biggest hurdles for sure is the bookcases. We'll need 8 bookcases total, which is a lot of books. That's why we've been maintaining our sugarcane farm down there, and why we made the butchery last episode. The gold ingots we got from those gold blocks will help pay for the extra leather that we need here. And since we've been maintaining the sugarcane farm, we should already have some sugarcane we can use. Yes, I think that's probably exactly enough. We might need just a little bit more. 23, we do need 3 more sugarcane, so we'll go grab that really quickly. Oh, and we actually do have exactly 3 sugarcane to grab. So we can craft those sugarcane into the last 3 paper that we need, then make all the books that we need. Then we can take our logs, turn them into planks, and get all of the bookcases that we need. So that takes care of that, and we should also have plenty of stone already in our resource silo. We can check that real quick. Perfect. Let's just grab that now. So now comes the hard part. We only have 2 diamonds left over after making all this diamond armor. Now that is the exact amount that's needed for the wizard tower recipe, but we also need 2 obsidian, which means we need at least 5 diamonds so that we can make a diamond pickaxe as well. Now I tried to invest early with this mining drill, but so far it hasn't yielded any diamonds. Let's see if that changed this last day. Oh, holy cow, yes it did. We got several. I guess it's been a couple of days since I've checked it. I was expecting to have to go and mine at least a few, but this actually accelerates our plans quite a lot. Well, in that case, let's craft up our diamond pickaxe here. Perfect. And now we can go grab a bunch of obsidian from one of the nearby nether attack sites. We'll go ahead and mine this whole thing, because eventually we're going to need to build a portal too. The last ingredient we need is a bucket of lava, and if you'll recall a few episodes ago, I actually stored some lava down here in our mine. So we can come in here and grab that real quick. Now the wizard tower is definitely something I'd like to have up here on higher ground. I'm thinking right over here. So let's put everything in the site planner here. Now that's almost everything. I haven't put the building permit in yet, and the reason for that is because, of course, after I build this, the next evening we're going to get that last nether attack, and there's one more golem I want to craft before we do. Let's come see what our golem workbench has for us. And the last golem on our list is the obsidian golem. That's going to be 7 obsidian, which is exactly as much as we have, 1 crying obsidian, and the carved pumpkin. So all we need to do is go shear that pumpkin. Okay, now let's make our obsidian golem. 7 obsidian, carved pumpkin, crying obsidian, and there he is. Let's place him down. All right, this is our first and only 4-legged golem, and he looks so cool. I love the portal animating on his back there. Beautiful. So the obsidian golem is also a sort of combat golem like the sandstone and bone golems, but he doesn't attack the mobs directly. Instead, he's going to pick a random nearby hostile mob that's fighting us and teleport it into the air. They'll take some damage when they get teleported, and of course they'll take the fall damage when they hit the ground as well. The other thing he does is give us a huge resistance buff. You can see here we have level 3 resistance, and it's just going to last forever. So this, in combination with our brick golem, is going to make us a force to be reckoned with. Now it is getting late, and I do want to use the wizard tower before I actually face that last nether attack that spawns because of it. So we're going to wait till tomorrow to finish that recipe. Now while I wait for nighttime, I actually do want to make a grindstone. So for that we're going to need a little bit of stone, turn those into stone slabs, and then we can make our grindstone. I'll explain why we need this in a little bit. Also go ahead and grab a barrel and our lapis lazuli. So we've got our building permit. Let's go ahead and put that in our site planner here. And here is the wizard tower. So if you haven't played New in Town in a while, or the last time you saw this was in the previous New in Town series, the wizard tower has changed quite a bit. So instead of the precarious staircase over a pool of lava, we still have the lava, but it's more of a ring around this open area, and we have no staircase, and instead these particles. So if we step inside here, we'll be floated on up into the enchanting room. And this is why I made the grindstone, because now this is going to be where we do our enchanting. The wizard over here is somewhat useful. He can sell you lapis if you don't already have it, or will buy your excess lapis, and you can also sell him enchanted books that you don't need anymore, which can be a nice way to unload your random power 1 books and stuff. I am going to put this barrel right here to store our extra lapis lazuli in, and unfortunately we are not level 30, so we're not going to be able to get a whole lot of value out of this enchanting table. The main reason that we do want to enchant though is so that we can make sure our armor and hopefully as well our sword are prepared to fight the tyrant. So back at the homestead we do have an extra sword and some extra armor that has not been enchanted yet, so we will see what we can get out of that. We should also real quick check the mining drill and see if we got any more diamonds so we can make a helmet. No, not today. Okay. So we'll be a little bit under armored there. So let's come back up to enchant. So I like our sharpness 2 sword, so we're going to try and see if we can get a smite. Oh, a smite 2 for level 1? Awesome. Yeah, we'll take that for sure. That's going to be really great against the tyrant and the wither skeletons. Fire protection, protection 2's not bad. Let's do that. Ooh, projectile protection 3 is hard to say no to, even if it's not going to be super useful here. I'm going to take it anyway. And then I already have these boots with feather falling 2, so I'm actually going to wear those instead for our tyrant fight. So the chestplate we were already wearing has projectile protection 2 rather than 3, so let's go ahead and grindstone that and see if we happen to get anything better out of this. Not really for this enchanting level, so we just won't worry about that. Now, does our diamond pickaxe get anything? No, it's probably worth waiting until we're level 30 for that. So let's put our extra lapis lazuli away, and we'll head back down and get ready for the attack. It is noon, so we've got about half the day left until the tyrant spawns. This armor away, some items, put this sword back. That was weird. Was that a drowned? Hello? That was a loud drowned noise. It must be close, but I don't hear any drowned noises. Huh, I don't know what that was. Oh well. Let's see. I'm not going to bring the enchanted golden apple. We shouldn't need it, but I will bring a golden apple, maybe even a couple, after we craft some new ones up. Let's come up here and put away the things that we would mind losing. Don't need the arrows here, and then we don't need any of that. And of course we'll bring our golems. But the oak golem and deep slate golem, we don't need to bring with us. Okay, I think we're as geared up as we can be. We have all of our golems. Everything is enchanted as best as we can for right now. Unfortunately, if we hadn't died, I think we definitely would have been well past level 30 by now. But we did end up losing some of those levels, so that put us back quite a bit. But the first tyrant is not terribly difficult. And of course, I have a bit of an advantage since I know his attack patterns. Once again, even though we could see a little easier from the top of the guard tower where the nether attack spawns, it is going to spawn tyrant scouts, so we want to get over there as quickly as possible to minimize the number that we have to deal with. So it just makes sense to stay here on the ground. Oh, one thing I didn't think of, I think I will bring that bucket after all, so that we can have some milk in case we get any wither damage. Here's a good cow. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, this is the culmination of everything we've been working towards and everything the tyrant has been working towards. Okay, there it is. Let's go. Come on, golems. Oh my gosh, there's already a bunch. Okay, let's thin the herd a little bit so that we can climb up and take out the soul fires. They're not necessarily guarded, but they're a little bit trickier to deal with than previously. Okay, there goes the obsidian golem helping out. It's gonna teleport him up in the air. Perfect. But of course, more tyrant warriors are going to keep spawning until we close all 4 of these portals. We gotta get up there. We gotta have an opening to do so. Come on, guys. Oh, they're picking up each other's swords. Okay, I think we have a moment here. Climb up. Great. So up here they can't reach us. And start closing portals. 2 down. 3. All right, there's 1 more. Let's take out these skeletons before we destroy it. I think we lost the sandstone and bone golem. We'll have to go find them later. Tyrant is spawning. Here he is. Oh, he's already gone the attack. We want to stay far away. Okay. Avoid the soul wave. Get out of here, zombie. He's taunting us. Oh, I can't get close. Come on. Oh, ow. Got hit with the wither skull. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, get off the ground. Good. Get out of here. Wither skull, gotta dodge it. Okay, not too bad. A little slow at this stage. Come on. Another wither skull. Good. Stay off the ground. Okay, come on. You got nothing on me. Yeah. Get out of here. All right, the tyrant has been pushed back. All of the portals are closed and he's retreated back to the nether. Let's put out these fires before we really unpack that. Oh, and we gotta go find the sandstone and bone golem. Let's see, they've gotta be somewhere over here. Yes, I see them. Sandstone, good. Okay, got the bone golem as well. Okay, we should be good to head back to town now. Okay, the tyrant has been defeated and our town is safe. But like I said, he's actually been pushed back and is retreated to the nether. The story of Newtown is not over. We can now go to the nether and start a nether fortress to launch a counteroffensive back at the tyrant, destroy his bases and prevent any future invasion plans he might have. And of course, there's still plenty to do here in the overworld as well. Plenty more structures we could add to our town and definitely will over time. There's plenty more story left in Newtown that we will explore throughout this series, but if you would like to play Newtown yourself, remember to check out the link in the description to play for free. And don't forget to subscribe to keep an eye on when those new episodes come out. Thanks for watching!